I said it last week and I'll repeat it this week. 2021 has to be epic. You can't say let's make 2021 better than 2020. That's putting the bar just way too low. Just walking outside without a mask would already qualify as an improvement. No, this calls for compensation. We have to make up for 2020. It has to be memorable, epic stuff, the kind of year that legends are born. Too much? I'm pretty sure you've done it too, right? At one moment or another. Somewhere between the bubbles of champagne, slowly rising to the surface of your crystal glass. You assembled your courage and made a solemn vow to improve your life by changing that one thing standing between you and your future improved self.
New Year's resolution, drink less. Oh, and quit smoking.
Then, 3 months later, you slowly realized how you failed miserably yet again to keep your promises.
A promise is a promise, Lieutenant Dan.
Feelings of guilt started dancing a tango with your discouragement, as deep down inside you actually felt relieved that you didn't have to fake it anymore and could drop the effort to make that change.
My job consists of basically masking my contempt for the assholes in charge.
Sounds familiar? Good, because that makes you a normal human being with some real-life experience. So why is it so hard to keep our New Year's resolutions, right? Or any promise of change made to ourselves for that matter? Well, this actually has everything to do with how our brain is wired and how it makes new connections. You see, the information in our brain follows a certain path. The thing is, the more we use a certain path, the stronger it becomes. It grows into some kind of super highway, you know? Not only does the information travel easier and faster, but it becomes drawn to the most traveled road. If you wish to take the other path, you need to consciously override this autopilot, which demands quite some cognitive effort actually.
Oh my God, the automatic pilot, it's deflating!
This is what happens when we try to put in place new habits. Slowly over time, as the old highway isn't used that much anymore, it will downgrade to a smaller road or even a small path. That means that as long as the old road is bigger than the new one, our first reaction will be to take the old one, making a mental effort to override that decision and then take the new one. So why don't we just make that effort consistently until the balance has shifted?
It's a problem of motivation, all right?
The tricky part has to do with the difference between intrinsic and extrinsic motivation. When we make a change based on intrinsic motivations, which vary for each of us based on our personality, well, it will be as simple as that. Just consistently override the autopilot until a new habit is formed. The intrinsic joy of performing the new habit gives enough satisfaction and joy to stick to it. Now, the thing with New Year's resolution is that they usually are not linked to these intrinsic motivators. Worse, we often consciously link them to extrinsic motivators. We reward ourselves for the effort done. And as good advice as that may sound, it is actually part of the problem, and here is why. Extrinsic motivators are by definition not sustainable and are result-driven. When you link your new behavior to a non-sustainable source of motivation, the motivation will have to be repeated over and over and over again, based on results. And if for whatever reason you don't achieve your results,
Who said anything about a reward?
there is no motivator. The behavior will not get reinforced, which leads to massive quitting of the new behavior, hence the failure of New Year's resolutions. I know. By now you don't like what I'm saying anymore, right? If we can't even reward ourselves for an effort done because it ends up being counterproductive, isn't that kind of sad? Only pain, no gain.
No pain, no gain?
Now don't worry, the solution is actually much more fun than the extrinsic motivational one. Instead of linking the results of the behavior to an external motivator, what we really should be doing is linking the actual behavior, and not only the results, to an intrinsic motivator. Let me give you an example how that works. Let's say you want to lose weight, right? You go to the gym,
1002.
which you hate, and every time you lose 1 pound, you reward yourself by going shopping, for example. And that would be the external motivator. Now, if you don't lose weight, there is no reward, and dropping out is lurking around the corner. So instead of linking the results, losing weight, you should link the activity, exercising, to something you love.
You focus, you find it, I don't care where, but you find it inside of yourself, okay? I know it's there.
How? Well, that depends on your personality. If you're a social person, for example, you could go to the gym with friends. If you like music, you could exercise whilst listening to your favorite band. If you're a competitive person, you could throw down challenges for yourself. You get the idea, right? So this way, the activity itself becomes rewarding and not only the results. Even if 1 week you don't lose weight because of X or Y reason, well, you're not punishing yourself twice as with the extrinsic approach. You know, no result and no reward. Linking your behavior to your intrinsic motivation makes it enjoyable and sustainable. To 2021, if not epic and over the top, at least a year where you can start new things and change things that have been bothering you. Now, a good place to start is at brainacademy.com. We're starting new live group coaching sessions this year. We really want to help you to apply in your real life all the lessons we share with you. So the Brain Academy is not only about knowledge and insights anymore. It becomes a place for change, a place for growth, and we'll do that together. Hey, Happy New Year, everybody. Make it a formidable year with lots of intrinsic motivation and joy. So what are your New Year's resolutions for 2021? Leave in the comments below. And of course, don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you want the real stuff, the epic stuff, you go to brainacademy.com. Join our 300,000 students and start using your brain better. Brain out.
Sharpen.